Good morning. I'm Stephanie Shine of Tennessee Shakespeare Company, and welcome back to the DECAMERON Project. Today's date, May 1st, 2020. Today's theme, freedom. On this date in history, in 1786, The Marriage of Figaro premiered in Vienna with Mozart conducting. Also, on this date in history, in 1923, American author Joseph Heller was born. Joseph Heller, whose most famous novel is Catch-22, also with that novel burst through into American speak the phrase Catch-22, which means a situation that one cannot escape from because of contradictory limitations. Here's where it first appeared in his book. There was only one catch, and that was Catch-22. Or would be crazy to fly more missions and sane if he didn't. But if he was sane, he had to fly them. And if he flew them, he was crazy and didn't have to. But if he didn't want to, he was sane and had to. And there you have it, the birth of the Catch-22. For me, today is May Day, and that means a celebration of spring and freedom from winter with its darkness and confinement. I celebrate May Day today with you with the immortal lines from that great American poet and Harvard classmate of John F. Kennedy, Alan Jay Lerner, lyricist of Camelot, which premiered in 1960. Tra-la, it's May, the lusty month of May, that lovely month where everyone goes blissfully astray. Tra-la, it's here, that shocking time of year, when tons of wicked little thoughts merrily appear. It's May, that gorgeous holiday, when every maiden prays that her lad will be a cad. It's mad, it's gay, a libelous display, those dreary vows that everyone takes, everyone breaks, everyone makes divine mistakes, the lusty month of May. So where did this May Day celebration come from? Well, the ancient Celts believed that May 1st was the most important day of the year because it was the festival of Beltane, and they believed that it was the end of darkness going into the light. So fire was a large part of this celebration, and it was also a celebration of fertility and hope. Now, when the Romans conquered Britain, they brought with their own ancient ceremony. That would be a multi-day ceremony called Floralia, which was in order to honor the goddess of flowers, Flora. And eventually, the rituals that took place in Beltane were married with those of Floralia. Now, one of the really fun things they all used to do on this day was dance the maypole. We have found that there's proof of maypoling happening in Roman culture, in Germany, all through Western Europe, and the Celts themselves. And for this, you would take a tree and strip it of all of its leaves and branches, and instead deck it out with beautiful multicolored streamers, and you would dance a maypole dance that would weave these streamers around the pole and then release them. Now, this ceremony did not take hold in America. The Puritans who founded our country weren't for a celebration of fertility. But I grew up in San Diego, and the Puritans, I guess, didn't make it there because I danced the maypole every May 1st while in elementary school, and it was a lot of fun, and I think we should bring it back. So how does Shakespeare deal with flowers in the spring? From The Winter's Tale, his beautiful ingenue character, Perdita, the lost one, gives one of the most beautiful speeches about flowers all throughout the year, and it's a delight to read, especially if you are a gardener and love flowers so much. Eventually, she gets to an end of a beautiful speech and looks to the man that she loves, a prince, and she says to him the following, "Now, my fairest friend, I would I had some flowers of the spring that might become your time of day. Daffodils that come before the swallow dares and take the winds of March with beauty. Violets, dim but sweeter than the lids of Juno's eyes or Cytherea's breath. Pale primroses that die unmarried ere they can behold bright Phoebus in his strength. Lilies of all kinds, all these I lack to make you garlands of. And my sweet friend, to strew him o'er and o'er like a bank for love to lie and play upon. Come, take your flowers. And in closing, in celebration of this beautiful May the 1st, I offer you a poem by American poet Sara Teasdale, published in 1920. Sara Teasdale is the first person to be awarded the Columbia Poetry Prize. She won this in 1918. This prize will evolve into the Pulitzer. May Day. A delicate fabric of bird song floats in the air. The smell of wet, wild earth is everywhere. Red, small leaves of the maple are clenched like a hand. Like girls at their first communion, the pear trees stand. Oh, I must pass nothing by without loving it much. The raindrop try with my lips, the grass with my touch. For how can I be sure I shall see again the world on the 1st of May, shining after the rain? Enjoy your May Day, and thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you the next time. Goodbye.